Hello, my name is Olivier Cussenot. I'm the Scientific Director of the Center of Research on Prostatic Disease. I am also Research Associate at the Midfield Department of Surgical Science in the University of Oxford. Today, I'm delighted to present a new and exciting project funded by the SCOR Foundation for Science. So now, let's move briefly on the project.
The aim of your project is to improve causal and interventional epidemiology strategies to deliver relevant healthcare policies. Your new insight will be based on the alignment of competitive morbidity and mortality risk using genetic markers. By way of demonstration, we apply your model to the context of prostate cancer. The project is based on a transdisciplinary approach involving clinicians, geneticists, and mathematicians. So it brings together research structure and teams from the University of Paris City, the University of Oxford, and the Center of Research on Prostatic Pathologies in Paris. The teams are led respectively by Professor Antoine Chambaz, Professor Freddy MD, and myself as project leader. Common age-related diseases, such as cancer, cardiovascular or degenerative disease, are determined by complex network of individual interaction. These interactions involve aging process, genetic factor, and environmental exposure. In this way, the relationship between disease can be mathematically encoded in a holistic model represented in a disease network. We will focus on prostate cancer in the midst of the network of the disease because prostate cancer screening and the environmental and sociocultural factors involved in the etiology of prostate cancer are not yet clear. As background to your project, we recently published a report on statistical paradox and fallacies in causal epidemiology study on prostate cancer. In this publication, we decipher common errors in causal epidemiology on prostate cancer due to confounding factors or misclassification. Finally, we have shown that the integration of system biologic knowledge and cross-validation using genetic markers in causal inference can mitigate misclassification and misunderstanding in causal epidemiology studies. The project is based on millions of real-life data points, individual follow-up over several decades, and polygenic profiling. These data were collected according to the French National Health Database and the epidemiogenetic study ProGen, promoted since 1995 by the Center of Research on Prostatic Pathologies. Usually, forecasting models used to predict disease are based on environmental factors declared as symptomatic competitive comorbidities and more recently genetic markers. So, to develop holistic and personalized predictive model, we plan to integrate pre-symptomatic genetic testing to align prostate cancer risk with competing comorbidity risks. The goal and expected results will be broken down in 3 levels using statistical and artificial intelligence tools, such as machine learning and structural causal models. Firstly, subgroup of health and life journey will be characterized. Secondly, we develop and validate predictive model using machine learning, including deep learning and boosting algorithms. As machine learning is unable to discriminate causal from confounding factor. Thirdly, we will use structural causal model to answer the question, what would happen if we did that? The second part of the project will therefore explore and model hypothetical future intervention strategy for prevention. Thanks to the support of the SCOR Foundation for Science, we expect to provide holistic insight for new direction in healthcare policy, and not just to assess the risk of prostate cancer or to improve its prevention, but also as a framework for other common age-related diseases.
Thanks for your interest. Obviously, I will be happy to share your next result with you soon.